Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
被一个闪就操作了。
火男这位置很危险呀，直接要被壁咚了。壁咚之后，泰坦闪现 A 完要 E 一下，火男还差一丝血，给一个治疗。火男先要倒，波比这边也吃不住伤害，两边打出打野的1换1之后 ，Snake 这边的状态不是特别好，拔毛拔死一个，再往前滑，Hope 是闪现躲掉最后一发的穿刺长矛，好在是前面对
卡了个 timing 的，
哎，下路想越Hope。 泰坦刚才这个海克斯坦闪的位置比较差劲，要回到线上过好久，那后面应该在塔下要死了，这一波炸了呀！这个路线
如此美妙的开局了呀！
他下来要很久，
他那个位置应该也有点怕，因为他如果闪过去，牛头就开他了呀。
是的，
对吧？因为那时候卡丽萨已经在那边，好像先行动手了，芥末也靠了过来。
我感觉这一波
这是放了呀 EDG 啊，因为这波 EDG 他们的中火男这个位置要动手吗？ 看到了，自己被留下来了。
打一套 ，Krakow 在身边勾断了爆炸果实。那 Monkey 这个位置闪现是好的，交闪一个错身闪没问题。Hope 这波太贪了，想杀2个。Krakow 回身一个大招砸飞了卡莉斯塔，牛头怎么办？卡莉斯塔赶紧过来想救，香克斯闪现过来一发 Q 先带走了对面的火男，剑魔也下来，但是香克斯自己被卡莉斯塔拔毛给拔死。剑魔眼看扛不住伤害，只能交一个闪，闪完之后卡莉斯塔直接跟闪跟到剑魔脸上，被砍死了。 The Snake 你在干什么
？Go forward and then use the Callista to pull back. However, a lot of ability though from like a Shockwave or an Aatrox to stop the Callista playing. So typically games when Callista are ahead become about the Callista. There's some fun power. Potentially looks for a play in mid lane alongside the Herald. I wondering if he was trying to scoop back Hope at that point, but doesn't go for it. Herald summoned up. Ala's going to charge that in. Don't know if there's going to be engage after this. We'll see. No, not just yet.
Now, they don't need it. They just need one more auto on that turret. There it is. Now they're going to look for the engage. Here they go, trying to get a little bit of a flank from the Aatrox. There's already the Nautilus down. Have to see Fisher use the Emperor's Divide to keep the Aatrox at bay, but Vampire sacrifices his life. Will the all-out from Ala does get him a kill as well. This Aatrox is doing work, but not enough to kill off any of these kills. Oh, a miss on the Q does not give any reward, and a triple kill goes over to Hope as he's sitting there now 1v2. Ala trying to chase him down, but I'm pretty sure he should be able to flash away, get the blast cone. Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. It's like, yes, you got the teleport out, great on the Baron, but because you took so much of damage, you had to reset. Now we can look for the fight. Harry still gets himself a flank shockwave only on the Vampire. As you can see straight away, Fisher looking for an engage, gonna finally jump on top of the AD carry. They traded 2 for 1 in favor on the side of EDG. They're making this one work, but a fantastic flash forward from Shanks, and the hook is great as well. The Keeper's Verdict trying to just get everybody away from this entire fight. You can see that this Cassante is still wreaking havoc, but Shanks is doing so much damage right now. Will be taken down by Ala off the backside of this one here, as Vampire looks to try and get Kale right punted back into his team, and they should be able to give that one over to anyone of their choosing, and it will be the Callista.
Oh, what a Okay, right, so EDG, they overestimated the Baron damage at that point in time, and they kind of wasted a bit of time.
But the damage dealers are dead. You know, Shanks has already used all of his mana. He's not really in a position to burst out that Callista there, so it just doesn't...
Oh, big fight is screen.
Oh, we're going to have a fight there on the picture-in-picture as they look to try and maybe take out Vampire, but it's Krakow who gets taken out, and it's very, very disconnected coming out here from the side of AL. Like, this is honestly not what we've seen from the most of the split.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit frantic, and they're just throwing themselves at each other, and particularly with a team with an Orianna and this flanking threat of the Aatrox, you can't really afford to do that. They're going to take a mid lane out of turret. It's going to be at the expense of dies. It's just taking it from, you know, like a 3-second kill window to like a 5, 6, something like that. It might be able to help Harry combo up onto one target, but that kind of...
Now we get to have another fight. 2 dragons apiece. This one will put you both onto Soul Point. Good poke coming out here from Shanks. You can see the Vampire's already half HP. Gonna pop down a hook there onto Ala. Get him with the Chain of Corruption as well. Decent poke. Shockwave only onto 1. Ala, though, is taking serious punishment right now. Had to get the heal from the Snake. And now he's gonna have to reset. They're already onto the Dragon.
But he can reset. He has a teleport. He can use that as regen. It just stops the fight happening right now. Vampire goes in.
Vampire does go in, but they still haven't gotten the Cassante back into the fight yet. Finally, he's here. Oh, the Keeper's Verdict completely misses. Soul Point confirmed by AL. Flash for flash as they look for the Emperor's Divide. Everyone just jumping in, but you can see that Hope and Shanks just keeping themselves barely alive. Ala says, you may have nearly killed me, but the important word is nearly.
But this is
the Baron, they know this is happening. It's a lot of damage coming off the back of this one here. Harry looking to see if he can maybe go for a bit of a flank. Vampire looks for the fight, but gets stopped immediately. The Infernal Chains bring him back again. Another Keeper's Verdict goes wide by Kroko. Shockwave is huge, though, and that's the brand down. They can't go for the Baron even if they get the fight afterwards, but they get the flash in right on top of Fisher, and he is dead to right. AL find themselves 3 kills. There's no answer from EDG.
Oh, tragic. They misplayed around their front line last time. They won't be given another chance to do so. I think if they make one more mistake, game's over.
I have to tend to agree with you. It just feels like EDG, and it does feel like it's momentum based so heavily. Flash forward, flash away. Monkey gonna get away from that one. As we can see now, they're trying to turn their attention back onto the Snake, but now Vampire taking a hell of a lot of punishment. Has to use the Fate's Call to keep him there. Harry, though, on the back end, gets punted away from the Emperor's Divide, which keeps him alive just for a second. He trades his life, because that's all he could do. Now we're going to see what Allah can do. They're going to try and just CC him down, burn him down with this Varus, this tank killer, if you will. AL now just constantly fishing for more hooks, more engages, that they know they're in a 4v3.
That was a fight of so many different repositions, and Kyle just about misses out on that last hook. There is no front line left really for EDG, especially with Ala being so low HP. How much can he do with a single W left?
Oh, looking for more. You can see Shanks wants Fisher, but Fisher will not give it to him. You may not have my rod today. Now they have work being put in there, and Hope can just walk in now and say, yeah, I'll put down a little bit of extra damage onto this turret. We'll almost take that one down as well. But I mean, the Shockwave's already a quarter of the way down away. Like, it's fine. Like, you can keep going for these things, but you cannot recall there. That is just silly. Now they don't have a Chain of Corruption either, and Ala's on a flank. They need to try and get away from him. They need to try and get away from this very imposing Cassante, but they just will not be able to do so. And now you can see the pings coming in. They want to try and maybe end this game. Good hook there from Kale as he wants to keep moving backwards, but he will have to go all the way to the gray screen as the EDG maybe, just maybe, have found themselves an avenue to win this game.
Oh, it's been a Game of Thrones, all right. Shanks and Hope get taken down, and that means the wave clear is gone with them. Are they going to be able to use the entirety of this wave? I mean, there's only 2 members left and no Keeper's Verdict now. I think EDG might have just bought themselves a Game 1 victory.
Maybe. They're trying to cut off the wave, though. You can see Harry trying his absolute best. Kroko as well, just looking for something, anything, to make this lurk a little bit better for them. EDG now getting cut away, but they've already taken away the Nexus turrets. They'll take away the Nexus and the kills, and EDG will go 1-0 up in this series.
EDG find themselves only their 3rd individual.
Just create their own pressure on the on whatever side of the map they choose.
And they're also just doubling down on that. One person is CC'd, everyone calls it. It's like Helldivers when you're calling in the Orbital Bombardment. You just got like the Graves turning a railgun in one direction. You got the Hoy bringing in like the Eagle airstrike. The Varus bringing in the poke as well. We have a Nautilus and we have ourselves the Rel. Both these very strong level 1 champions. I think both of them have sniffed each other out. EDG, how are you getting out of this one?
Oh, we'll see how they go for this one. They're going to try and just fully force in. They're going to be caught around, though. They do get the first kill. Monkey will be traded back, though. And that's a 1-0. It's going to be 2 because the Snake has nowhere else to be. And that's over to Udyr as well. So a 2-for-1 trade in favor of AL. And
CS. So in terms of the next phase of lane, he's got an extra 10 CS of minions to work with. And it means that as you fight now around the map, you're going to have a stronger Karma.
yeah, and Monkey has no flash, no life. Kroko gets the kill. Really good roam up there from Kale.
That was really, really well played. And even if he...
With them so far, Monkey knows he's on a ward here. Shanks is got the push in mid lane, so I don't think they're going to be able to go for this one. You're already, again, down on the bot side as well.
Well, Fisher does have execute damage, but Shanks is low HP. Maybe that's what they're trying to play around, but they're just caught again.
Why is Vampire going in on that? There's just no need. A flash in to try and get everybody locked in and ready to go. They're not quite able to get the damage down because it's so early in the game. A flash for a flash after Kroko gets ulted on top of him. He's at the back of the pit. Nowhere for him to go. KIL not quite able to get away from this one here, but now the Snake, he's getting jumped on, but he gets himself a kill before he goes down. And it's not even going to go down. They're going to get the Dragon, and this is EDG tying up the kills straight away.
So, despite the fact that they got caught out a little bit in that bot side river, the big moment...
Hit right now. Yes, it looked like Vampire went in a little bit too early, but really well done. They do get themselves some kill, equal out the goal just that little bit. But, unfortunately for them, their big prize, which is that early Dragon stacking, not going to be going over to them, unfortunately.
Instincts evolve once the top laners come into play, but it's another skirmish on the bot side.
Oh, they're looking for everything and everyone. It's welcome to the bounce house, Snake. He is getting burnt down by the Ignite, and he will fall. They are, however, taking
Fisher.
a huge amount of damage from Fisher as they look to try and get this ult off and down onto everyone. Now, though, they have to try and exit out stage right because this is where Hope can really do some damage. Will pick up another kill, so that's 2 for 1 in favor of AL's top laner. Now a dive in this bot side. They would love to have the ultimate available. They're going to get a teleport coming in. Doesn't land the CC, though, to try and keep Vampire under the turret. Doesn't need it because the Kalista gets a kill back. And EDG going for that aggressive play. Get punished. Shanks was ready with the teleport.
And the fact that the Kalista gets a kill out of that too is just really...
Are looking to maybe fight for it one more time. Fisher does back himself away from the oncoming Hex flashes. Everyone starts to be here and jump in. Harry just trying to be a distraction, putting in so much work right now. Look at Harry. He's 1v3 right now, and he's winning. That's a solo kill for Harry when everyone was on top of him. He didn't even have the help of his team just yet. Croco getting jumped on, getting cut down by Ala, who finally jumps in. And this is becoming about which top laner can do the best. To have the Fate's Call come in, jumping onto Ala to try and burst him down.
Chain.
CC chain is monstrous, and that is going to be 3 for 1, excuse me, in favor of AL.
So, the question we asked earlier, how are the team fighting instincts going to change when top lane...
For them, and then now they're still going to lose the Dragon after going for that fight. They're 2,000 gold down.
You don't even have plates anymore to take on top side, so Ala can't even get a consolation prize from that one. Shanks is hitting the bot side, has a couple of those... grubby buffs, as you know, can do such a huge amount. Anyone's Legend should rule the battle.
This tower top lane, they'll get the Rift Herald, they'll get complete control of the map right now, and for EDG, it is...
Flexing their muscles like this, EDG needs to be so respectful.
So respectful, but I will say Ala could maybe go for something here himself, gets the all out, and yep, you're dead. Shanks, not really a lot else to do. We talked about respect. He did not give the respect. And I'm going to be focusing here onto the Varus and the Kalista. But now, Ala says, I'm going to pop my ghost. Answered in kind by Harry on the backside. And these top laners are the difference makers right now.
Hope's
but I will say,
yeah.
Hope isn't here. Vampire taking so much damage. Harry almost goes down. Not quite able to hit with the collateral damage, Monkey. Not quite going down just yet. Flash forward there by KL. Doesn't land any CC. He goes forward with the Fate's Call, trying to do something nice. Little knockback there onto Hope, so there's no damage. The Fear, the Magnet Storm, everything. There's nobody going down. And they can't hit the auto attacks. EDG turning this fight around while that was happening. 1v3. Ala gets a 1-for-1 trade. Now Harry, though, is here. Trying to see if he can land on the Shanks.
Oh, Shanks!
Vampire misses his Q, does go down because of it, but now we can see a TP coming back in. Fisher has rejoined the fight, 3v2. People will start to respawn soon, by the way. 20 seconds till Ala is here. They are going to put down the damage on the Shanks as Fisher just tries to keep him away from the Dragon. The Dragon is still the objective as this fight goes on and on.
Trying, okay, how much can their value can they get from this? Fisher's now out of position. That way is if you are low HP, that QW, the Severing Bolt, does absolutely insane damage. And now, anyone's Legend, they need to be so careful about giving up another fight. Feels like it's another game where they're in a decent position and they keep throwing it back. Kyle, no flash to jump forward this time, but Croco can instead.
Yeah, they can indeed. They're going to jump onto the Snake and get that kill. The Fate's Call comes out. Ala does not get CC'd though straight away. He's able to get himself away from the oncoming barrage of CC that was coming towards him, but without an AD carry, I mean, does AL feel confident to go for this Baron?
They can maybe try and start it up. I don't know what they'd be looking for. Would they be looking for a fight, or would they be looking for the secure itself? They have the Rend. Harry's trying to hold the door shut, but you are against the Graves and the Wave. Very long range if they want to really try and put together a burst combo.
Yeah. AL will jump over. We've got to look at the fight over here at this side, though, because we can see there Harry doing so much to jump onto Fisher here. He just cannot take down the tank. It's a 1-for-1, no.
Hex Gate taken. Can he get here in time for a proper contest, though? Ren's starting to get stacked up.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much of a contest. There may be a fight after the fact, though. The Dragon will be secured and confirmed by the side of AL. That's Hex sold, but do they have a fight left in them? It looks like they're going to try and jump here on top of Croco, who has to flash over the wall. Shanks will take the brunt of that.
Stuck, waiting for the big engage. The hook misses.
It does miss, and they're going to try and look for the fight after the fact. The Magnet Storm and the Crash Down not going to really do a lot, and that is the Rel down and buried. The rest of AL have to back away from this, but now you've lost a lot of your engage. AL, you don't really have a way to kind of fight this without having to just walk in and take the damage.
It's another really messy engage from Kyle, and that means that maybe it's hard for anyone's legend to find themselves a fight, but Shanks is damaged!
Oh my god, this Karma is disgusting. Now it's a 4v4. Shanks knows that Fisher is not feeling the best. While that's happening, Hope goes into the mid lane and goes, cool, give me that objective.
Like they've just leashed the Baron. They've leashed it. They can carry it on. Now they have the Ren. They have a 4v4. They can look for the fight or the Baron.
They can look for everything, but we're going to have the all-out. Shanks force the flash away. They do get the snake, but do they get Shanks out alive? The answer is no. Now Croco has to deal with Allah, who's trying to just keep everybody distracted. KL goes in, does not get the crash down. Allah will go down, but he will make a hell of a nuisance of himself, and the resets have to come out. They are going to go back onto the Baron, and this is becoming scrappier than any game I've seen so far this split.
Yeah, this game is maybe the one where you're just going to close your eyes if you're one of these teams' fans and just look for the result at the end, because the roller coaster in between those 2 points is not going to be particularly fun for you. You don't have the snake to kill the tanks right now. Kyle, he's really trying to find these engages, but he's a little bit late to the plate.
I mean, they're still not really committing to the Baron right now, and they're going to lose Harry, which means they might lose everybody else. Finally, they try to look to try and turn around this fight,
Just
but
finish the Baron!
They haven't done either. They're finally, oh Lord, but will they get anybody out? That is the question. The Fate's call is not going to be enough. The
No,
TP,
Shanks!
how
Shanks!
could you? You could have just walked away. He will get a kill, but he will give up his life at the end of it all. You would imagine he's not going to get out of this. He's actually getting some serious healing off of this one right now. Chain of Corruption, the fear. The Baron is killed, but now Allah can run.
I really don't want we're watching anymore. I've kind of been used to the LPL being a little bit scrappy, but even this goes beyond our expertise here, Rasheen. Anyone's legend, they don't cleanly choose for the fight or the Baron. Hope tries to stack up the Ren. He does it for a little too long. He doesn't turn onto the fight. And once again, EDG punished the indecision, the imprecision on the Baron, because he wants to finish the damn thing. And we're back into another fight.
They're going to look for Harry now, because Harry's going to try and stop the recalls. They found Fisher, and Fisher is now dead. The Dragon is going to be spawning down in the next couple of seconds, and you are out your mid laner. He's going to be 4v5 at best here for you, EDG. The Gates coming in to try and just catch out Monkey, because that's a guaranteed no 50-50 there. They're throwing out more damage on the Vampire, and he will go down, jumping onto the Snake as best they can. It looks like AL, they don't want to be the first team to give over EDG their first win, and they are fighting tooth. I don't think, it is what it is. He will die. And oh, really? Or will he?
Will
How
he?
does he get out? Okay, he does eventually die, but now Croco's in a bit of a bad spot. They do lose the ultimate from Fisher, but he's ticking down that damage fairly nicely. Croco should be able to dash out of that one as he's up here, but the blue is the next target, and both teams now kind of swapping positions. Look at the damage from Shanks, though.
Kyle, he's still on the extended flank. They stopped him once. Can they stop him again? He's going to come straight out of this tri-bush.
Do they know? They see him now. They haven't been able to go for anything else. The all-out comes in. They're going to try and jump onto Harry, who's just not tanky enough to keep himself alive. That's a great pick now from the side of EDG, and they have a wave on this top side. They will get thinned out, but, I mean, they could be so much more aggressive.
Can be, and Kyle, he can't get there in time. EDG, they move away from the fog of war, and now with Harry down, with the front liner down, anyone's legend are going to find it really hard to walk in here. It really is on Kyle to find a big combo.
Yep, it's on KL, but we'll see what he can go for. Baron, 3,000 HP. They get a huge Mantra Q, but they can't go for the fight. There was actually no smite onto Monkey there.
Now even going to get themselves first entry to the Elder Dragon, and I think they're just going to take it.
There's no TP. They can't get Harry here on time. They're going to look to try and get Crocker over the wall. It's a straight 50-50, and it goes over the way to EDG. Now they're looking to try and turn and burn onto this fight as they look to try and take out this flank. That flank was useless. It didn't do anything. Croco flashed in, so he had no way to go out. Double kill coming in here for the Snake at EDG. They are on the cusp of getting themselves a first win here in the LPL. They will get themselves a kill onto the Callista, and they can beat them 7 times, but you can't beat
so much more than that. Monkey pushing in the bot wave as everyone else groups up in mid lane. Harry tries to clear it out, but he's not tanky enough to deal with this Varus. He can't clear the wave. He can't stay alive. EDG march.
You know what? All worth it. All worth it. Allah jumping on the Shanks. Shanks does have decent waves here, but again, against the Baroned up minions, against an Elder Dragon, against everyone else, I don't think he's got it. I say that. Shanks is disgustingly fed and having so much work to be put in here. Hit the towers. Hit the towers. That's all you have to do. Just hit the towers. You finally do. Monkey and Fisher are the only ones left. They have to hit the Nexus. This game's not over just yet. They get the fear down. 1 or 2 more autos. Fisher ends the game. And that's the 2-0 for EDG.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.